Watch him throw the ball, we gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through fourth and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders, heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trap or Dive.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of Trap or Dive Podcast. I am your host, Mual. Jamal Ford's in here with the fellas, man, on the late night, Trap or Dive late night. AJ and Dre's in the building, the virtual building. I don't know why I keep saying that. We coming off a dub, bro. Big dubs.
Road dub.
In Cincinnati, man. Commanders knock off the Bengals, bro. Knocking the 0-3, 38-33. Washington takes a 2-1 record heading into their next game. I think is the Arizona Cardinals, right? The 4:00 game in Phoenix or Glendale, wherever the hell they play. Fellas, what's up, man? I see everybody in the chat, bro. First off, I'm sorry. What's up, chat? Jay Tizzy, Monty, I seen you on rip. He said he was in here 17 minutes before the show started. Said he was geeked up, bro.
He was ready, bro.
Yeah,
who wouldn't be? I mean, shit, dog. I'm sitting over here like I'm still on fire. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. I'm probably gonna watch the joint again tonight.
but y'all two,
here we go. Here we go.
Said that they were going to lose.
Hey, and what did I say? What did I say about an hour or two before the game started, Jay? I said I changed my tune.
Cover.
Oh, I said we was going to cover. I didn't think we was going.
He said he was going to cover. He said he was going to cover.
All right, I didn't think they was going to win. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and act like I said that. So I'm not going to say that. I think my bottom line, I'm thoroughly surprised, but I'm surprised in like the best way because I think if we want to get into the game, bro, like there was one thing that I loved from this whole game, bro. By the way, everybody in chat, if y'all got one sentence takeaway, let's hear it. We're gonna read some of them. Every single week that Jaden has played, bro, he's gotten better every single week in certain phases of his game. Like this is one of the weeks where you're seeing him be aggressive downfield, take the shots that's available to him, keep his eyes downfield. Like he's still missing some like small moments, like being able to throw a little bit early with anticipation, but he's hitting them at the same time, and he's making his defense pay. Middle of the field reads, on the road. Running, like actually ad-libbing, like killing them with his arm, bro. Like it's moments where you see him and Cliff like dialed in, like Cliff not even batting the eye, like they going back and forth, like the chemistry there, bro. Like they staring down the defense, bro, staring down the pressure. Every single moment that Cincinnati's trying to respond from a scoring standpoint, Washington says we got something better for you, bro. And they ended that jump with Terry. What was that? A 27 yard in the bucket for the tutty, bro. Got me $200 off that, man.
Baby. Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's a hell of a debut. for Jayden Daniels to the whole NFL world. We now have double headers of Monday night football games on certain weeks. The first game was a blowout, so a lot of people had to tune into this game. He got his first Monday night football victory. He looked cool, calm, and collected back there. So, rightfully so. My new name for Jayden Daniels is LL Cool J. I think that he just carried himself like a veteran quarterback through all moments of the game, no matter what situation, the down, how many yards, inches. He just really led that team from beginning to end. Like you didn't really see him get phased by any moment. He was just out there playing ball and spreading the ball around. They said that he finished with a 91% completion percentage. That's the highest of any rookie quarterback in NFL
Right, he
history.
had 2 incompletions, 21 to
Yeah,
23.
he spread the ball. Austin Eckler had a catch. McCaffrey, Dami Brown, B. Rob, Ertz, Noah Brown, Terry McLaurin.
100
My
yards on
bad.
the day, 400.
Yeah, so it's like I think they would have probably even put up even more points if Austin Eckler didn't have that concussion, and he was really setting the tone as well for that offense. Whether it be in the running game, the pass game, the kickoff game, yeah, he did his thing, man. It was a great display of offensive prowess by the team. They got to work on a couple little things at the end that could have been disastrous. But like I said, LL Cool J, he kept everything in order and threw that 27-yard touchdown to Terry McLaurin to cap off the game.
Look, how about that college offense? Cam Taylor, Britt Bray, y'all got cooked. He set up there and called it the college offense is real simple. He wasn't even saying it maliciously, but it was still taken as an insult. Cliff said, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. And like I said, I just love watching the sync that Cliff and Jaden has, man. I mean, them two dudes, like you said,
The
Mark,
50-yarder was on
it
Cam.
was on Cam Taylor Britt. He was out there with Terry, and Terry just beat him right there. So you know what I'm saying? The college offense. But again, I mean, like I said, I love the pages that they're working on right now. I mean, everything's working on offense, and it just feels surreal to see. Like I'm watching this game, and it honestly felt like that New Orleans Saints game 2012 with RG3. It just felt like that kind of coming out party. Like Jayden Daniels was like, here, I have arrived. And again, I love how he spread that out in the offense. I mean, Zach Ertz looks like he's making his little redemption season. Austin Eckler's redemption season is crazy right now. Sorry for the injury. Hopefully the concussion isn't out too long. And by the way, I love watching him on kickoff returns. I mean, he finds every hole, and he looks like he can break it every time he gets it. So I just like seeing the ball in Austin Eckler's hands, man. Luke McCaffrey, man. I mean, I thought he had a pretty big day today. He almost had a touchdown today. I mean, just so much to like about the offense, even the offensive line. I mean, it was so many times I thought Jaden Daniels has all day to throw. Like, no, who saw this coming before the season that this offensive line was going to be like that?
Hey, but I want to just give Luke a moment, because I think Luke was the one who caught that fourth down pass and took it for 30, right?
Yes, he was the first drive.
Yes. Like I want to kind of like even paint the picture to. I give it back to you all. Like, but paint the picture of like the pressure that they face all day. And when I say pressure, it's not even just like pressure from the actual defensive line, from the defensive coordinator with the crazy last name that I don't want to embarrass by trying to pronounce it. But like when you look at the moments where you're like, all right, I understand who we're going up against. The Cincinnati Bengals got Jamar Chase on the other side. They got Joe Burrow. And then they got T. Higgins out there. And I mean, they end up putting 33 on you, right? But the point in that, knowing that you're down 7-0 at this moment, like they already took down they scored in 3 or 4 plays. Jamar Chase scored, like he didn't even have a problem getting over top, bro. 1-on-1 coverage. Quan Martin cheese down, boom, Teddy. But in this moment where I'm not settling for no field goals here. And I think that was kind of the tone setter for the entire day, and for every single moment for either JD and or the other player to step up, like a receiver, and even obviously pass protection, as you mentioned, Dre. Luke McCaffrey wins big, gets open over the middle, takes it for 30, could have scored. I think that in itself just kind of showed like the level of readiness, but also like that mentality that we're gonna show up tonight, and we're not. I don't give a damn which y'all were, like who y'all played against last week, in perceived Super Bowl contenders, because that's how I view them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still view them that way, but my opinion might be changing a little bit. But like they came in Cincinnati, bro, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do, and I'm sure none of them were surprised, but a lot of us out here probably was.
And I'm just going to say, Jayden Daniels' energy is infectious. I mean, I think everyone knows he's that dude now. I mean, you could just see the sidelines erupt after he makes a big play, even
on
the
field.
Yeah, everybody's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's coming up to Jayden. And I think this is giving a lot of these players that extra confidence. And I love seeing Terry McLaurin get involved today. And finally, he does it on a big stage, too. You got the NFL world saying, man, you know, thank God Terry has Jayden Daniels. Now, maybe Terry's name is going to start getting more respect around this league, which we always wanted to see, because it can't happen to a better guy than Terry. So, I mean, I just love seeing him go out there and have that game tonight, man. Look, I'm just excited, man. It was a good night.
Hey, Damien going crazy, bro. What's up, Damien, bro? That man said he had to say he's the GOAT. Mention how he's the GOAT. He said, hold on, I got another new sentence. I love you, Jayden. Hey, bro. What's up? What's up, Damien? Go ahead, AJ. I felt like you were about to say so.
Oh, no, I was just going to touch on the fact that I think in these 3 games that the rapport of Jayden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury are both coming along. You're seeing growth amongst each other. This is Cliff Kingsbury's first time as a full-time offensive coordinator in the NFL. You know, Jayden is getting acclimated to the speed. Also, the players that he's playing with, whether it be the McCaffreys of the world, the Noah Browns, like they're starting to get their groove, their rhythm. The offensive line is getting their continuity together, even though they still keep doing the Aunt Viv, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air thing on the left tackle side. But you know,
Did they do that a lot tonight?
Yeah, they did.
Good.
It kept switching. It kept switching. Like either 2 or 3 drives it'll change. But I mean, maybe that'll get asked. I hit up JP Finley, told him to please ask what the hell is the determining factor on who starts what series at left tackle, because I am not understanding it. But either way, man, you're seeing continuity overall, and they're just getting their core together. You didn't really see the kids play wide receiver much today. I think I seen Jamison Crowder in maybe a play or two towards the end of the game, but you're starting to see them, like I said, put together their unit of who are their core guys as far as like within the scheme that they're running. So as long as this continuity continues to build, I think that the offense will be able to be productive.
Let's I got two quotes. We're gonna play from Jayden Daniels post game, and then we're gonna play from Terry McLaurin in the locker room. So let's go ahead and run these 2, and then let's get back to the conversation. But this is Jayden Daniels immediately after the game ended. He was interviewing with ESPN. I can't see the lady. I want to say it's Salters.
Yeah, Mr. Salters.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and play this clip from Jayden. All right, and this one. Okay. Here we go.
Number 1, just take us through the touchdown pass to kind of seal the game.
Yeah, cover 0. I know I'm gonna take a hit, but I trust my player to go out there and trust my guy to go make a play.
And that connection, what's it been like just kind of getting chemistry with that guy? He said he's been so patient.
It's been great. He's a pro's pro. All credit to him. You know, it's not gonna be, smooth side first. We're gonna have to grow and keep growing.
So that was a short. He ain't really much for a lot of words, but
you see how happy Terry was.
Yeah, and here's Terry in the locker room after the game as well. About speaking on Jayden Daniels. Here we go.
Hey, that kid has poise, man, and I think he grew up tonight. On that deep pass to me, that was a little bit of double coverage, just pushing. Like, trust me with that safety flag, just give me enough air, I could go get it. And so for us to make that play, for him to continue to throw plays of Zach, use his feet to get first downs, the dude is tough, man. I think he grew up tonight. He's been doing a great job in camp making those throws, but to come out here and doing what you got to have it with the game on the line, that's what great players are about. And I think he's going to be well on his way if he continues to work.
So that was Terry and Jayden post game. Thoughts on how both of them spoke about one another.
Yeah, I mean, Terry looks genuinely happy. I mean, I know Terry always says the professional things. He's always a pro's pro, as Jayden said. But I mean, you can see the smile on his face as soon as they asked him. I mean, Terry lit up like a Christmas tree as soon as they asked Jayden. So it's just good to see them finally get on the same page because as we've known, the plays have been there to start the season early on. They just haven't connected for whatever reason. And it actually happened early in the game, too. Jayden missed them for a long touchdown early in the game. But then you see they get it right. And then, I mean, hopefully this is something they can build on and keep going because I do think this could be a hell of a duo. I mean, me and AJ was talking before the show. You know, of course, AJ still trying to find a way to get Brandon Ayuk. I mean, I would love to get another big.
Hey, man, you ain't had to throw me under the bus.
Hey, you can probably say it yourself.
Bro.
You did say Ayuk's name, though. I had to say that.
I said that in confidence, thinking I'm talking to Dre privately, not knowing who's gonna come on here, because you know how people gonna be. Oh man, he's still talking about Brandon Ayuk. We just won the game.
Hey, y'all ain't gotta get on AJ. He did tell me that in private. I just thought I'd throw that out there. We still want another wide receiver at some point. But
look at these fans and that win prediction. After two dubs,
they loving you right now.
Kings, bro.
They ain't messing with us right now. But no, I mean, we even though yes, we still do need another wide receiver that's going to be a need. But what we have right now is Terry, and right now we got to help Terry, become this kind of household name that we've all thought he could be at some point. And I think Jayden is the kind of quarterback that can do that. And we kind of see in the early remnants of it right now.
Because y'all hear the audio? Because somebody said that they couldn't hear it.
I heard it.
Okay. So maybe it was just all right. I'm assuming it was just him. I could have sworn I played the audio, or maybe he was talking about something else. But go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great to see the excitement from Terry. He's not a very boisterous person or outspoken, but at the end of the day, when you care about this game, you're passionate about it. You want to be productive. No matter if it's a win or a loss, you want to still have productivity. We didn't necessarily see him get the targets or the yardage that we kind of expected from the beginning stages of the first 2 weeks of the season. But, when you get those big plays, it creates momentum for the entire team. I think I touched on that last week. Like, if this offense can come out and score points and have explosive plays, it should pick up the energy and the enthusiasm of the team overall. And I think that big catch to Terry definitely gave him a boost, and to end the game off with him hitting that 27-yard touchdown catch and that connection, especially with the dysfunction that was happening on that drive, especially even pre-snap of that particular play. I wasn't even sure if they were going to get it off in time. I thought at some point it was just a throwaway because how dysfunctional it was, especially coming out of timeout. That's some things that they got to clean up. But at the end of the day, like I said, the one thing that Terry is elite at is being a 50-50 ball guy. And he showed that in 2 instances tonight, the double coverage catch and also the catch to win the game, essentially for the touchdown. So, yeah, I look forward to them continuing to build a rapport, and also Cliff giving Terry more opportunities within the offense to be explosive and make these type of plays that he showed tonight.
Let's get into some one sentence takeaways. But before we do that, let's hear a word from Underdog Fantasy. All right, let's take a break from the show right quick, and let me tell you something about Underdog Fantasy. It is the greatest time of the year. Again, football is back, and it's here to stay till February. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog. Went up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on your favorite players' stats, such as touchdowns, passing yards, and more. Look, man, I love Underdog Fantasy. The sign-up process is smooth. They have a really slick mobile app, and it's the entertainment I've been looking for. I love me a good fantasy contest. I'm a competitive dude. Y'all know it. So sign me up 10 times out of 10. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward, and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with promo code TRAPORDIVE, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code Trapper Dive to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Hey, I spanked FanDuel this weekend, but Underdog on my bucket list. They on the way, bro. They on the way. I ain't spanked Underdog yet, but I got a couple dollars out of them. You know what I'm saying? If you seen my picks that I've been posting, bro, and you played at least 3 or 4 of them, I done got you some money. Okay, one sentence takeaways. So I'm gonna read some from I'm gonna read some from Twitter that's been posted. You get a lot of these. First one that popped up is Damien. You saved us, Jaden. Deserick, offense came to play. My man Jay Tizzy. I don't give a fuck about the defense this season. It's all about
That's a one-sentence takeaway?
Yeah, he said IDGAF about the defense this season. Comments all about JKMD. I don't know what KM stands for, but I know what JD stands for. Ant said, yes, we got one. Calvin, I'm glad the offense was able to put up as many points on the board as they did. Fees or Stewie, Jaden's the franchise quarterback. For the win, Jaden is him. Serp Turk, that boy is good. Cleveland, that the kid is special. Amani, college offense with the middle finger emojis. Charlie, bro, we haven't punted the ball in 2 weeks. That's crazy. And we haven't punted the ball in 2 weeks, bro. Hey, bro.
14 straight scoring drives, Mo.
Hey, 14 straight scoring drives, son. Mike, that boy's cold-blooded. We got a JD5 as a lead in there. We got JD5 is him. Jaden is him. Statement went from the team that arrived violently from Scott Harley. We got a lot. Teddy, Matt Goldstein, what the actual hell did I just watch? A whole bunch of things. All right, so here's one that I thought was funny, but I think he was dead ass. Y'all know what's that dude name? Dan Helly, right? You know, DC native guy.
Yeah,
he big on NFL Network. Okay.
Yeah.
He said Lamar Jackson is just a poor man's Jaden Daniels.
He said that on your shit?
He said that on Twitter.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
but you know, I'm sure he halfway joking, but he a Skins fan. Like that's how I know. Like he probably halfway serious.
He probably trolling though. You know, yeah. It's
That's my guy, man. He trolling for sure.
Hey, but Dan Helly, he geeked up. Dan Steinberg, Per True Media. Jaden Daniels, the second QB in the last 20 years to finish a game with at least 2 passing touchdowns, at least 1 rushing touchdown, and a completion percentage of better than 90%. The other one was he's actually on this roster, Marcus Mariota. So there's a lot of good things going on, bro. I actually have no problem with how Jay Tizzy said this show was going to go. I also like the flow of this show. It's a Jaden Daniels show. I do think that is important right now, given the fact that he came in and this offense really like exploded on a big stage. Like I think that when we talk about a team that's trying to find their identity, there are big moments defensively like that we have to acknowledge. Like there was a period where you were getting them off the field, and that's is ultimately what got you in position. Well, I mean, the missed field goal helped too, because they actually went down the field, missed the field goal. Then we ain't looked back since. We took the lead, and then we never gave the lead back up again. So I think there are moments where you're like, okay, this defense is a problem, but then you do get some critical stops that ultimately lead to turnover on downs or just essentially bad or missed opportunities for the Cincinnati Bengals. They made more mistakes and we didn't. And I think that's kind of how this thing went. But I mean, in the field goal side too, I'm sorry. They kicked more field goals and we scored touchdowns.
They missed the field goal too.
Yeah. So I think for Washington in this situation, the hope is to find out exactly how you can help. Why are you calling me doing? The hope is that you can actually find out what a fix is for this defense, whether it's more pressure, whether it's the secondary, trying to find a way to get these guys some help up front with some pressures. But offensively, you know exactly what your identity is. It's Austin Eckler, it's B-Rob, it's Jayden Daniels, and the more you work these receivers into the mix with Terry, Zach Ertz, and obviously Luke McCaffrey, who's coming alive, and Noah Brown. How can I forget him? Like, I think that this offense is as wide open as it can get in terms of like being able to keep somebody in a game.
Yeah, I mean there is no fix for this defense. I said it last week. Yeah, it is what it is. You feel me? Like you seen Joe Witt Jr. literally call everything, didn't get home. They don't got the players. Like they don't have the players. So I'm not even trying to really spend too much time speaking about the defense because it is what it is. Like that's just what it's going to be for the rest of the season. I don't think we can necessarily blame Joe Witt Jr. They just don't have any difference makers. When you don't have difference makers defensively, that means that you got to get everyone to buy into their role and buy into the scheme fully, and that's kind of hard to do when you really don't have continuity. Once again, like you just got a bunch of guys just playing with each other and may never play with each other again after this season. You can kind of see why a lot of these guys got 1-year deals. Yeah, they're gonna be journeymen in some regard. But overall, um, when it comes to this offense, yeah, you just like what you're saying, man. You hope that they continue to build. We know that Cliff in the past has had a hot hand with the offense, and then it kind of slowed down towards the end of the season. But I think you have Arizona coming up. You also have Cleveland Browns the following week, and then you got the Baltimore Ravens. So it'll be a great opportunity to continue to test out this offense to see what else they can get going. You hope that Austin Eckler doesn't miss too much time. I think he was a major piece in this game and has been all season. Tonight he finally got more rushing touches and he got a rushing touchdown. Y'all got B
Bruh,
Rob.
Trevor Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, y'all got B Rob think he Chris Brown on the field. I don't know why he keep dancing instead of just running people over. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a huge thing going into next week against Arizona. Who's gonna fill in that role of Austin Eckler? I think you might see Casimir Allen get elevated from the practice squad and get some of those touches within the passing game. But you won't get that same run blocking, well not run blocking, but pass blocking that you were getting out of Austin Eckler. He was doing an amazing job back there in pass blocking on those third downs. But yeah, I just think you gotta feel thankful of what you've seen tonight. I mean, you gotta they finished the game 36 or 38 points.
38.
38
Yeah, 38 points in a week 3 game. Like you really
on the
haven't been
road.
able to on the road. You really haven't been able to see that uh a lot of times in the last decade or so with Washington. But Jaden Daniels proved exactly why he was considered by a lot of people the number 1 quarterback in this draft class. Also the top player out of college football last year, winning the Heisman. But I'm just excited for him, man. I just can't wait to see how this offense continues to look when they get more weapons around him and add more pieces. But he's on to a great start, man. And hell of a game, man. Hell of a Monday Night Football debut.
Yeah, man. I mean, and for me, the defense, again, I agree with you, AJ. It's not much Joe Witt could do right now. The personnel is just lacking. But I do want to see going forward if they're going to start working Johnny Newton in more, especially with Payne and Allen. They just aren't making the impact that we've seen them make in previous years. I mean, no one on that defensive line is kind of making an impact, and it's kind of trickling down. We obviously know the secondary, we lack the guys at cornerback. The linebackers aren't that bad, but I mean, it's just nothing else is really working too much for Joe Witt. It's nothing much he could do. But again, I do want to see what Johnny Newton is it with more snaps and working him more, see if he's going to be able to make an impact, because they did draft him to be a guy that can make an impact. I mean, this was a guy you talked about as a potential top 15 pick if he didn't have an injury. So this is a guy you kind of expect to make that impact. He just hasn't had the snaps. He's still kind of working through his own preseason right now. So that's one thing that I am going to monitor for the defense going forward. But yeah, I mean, it's just, when you play a good offense with this defense, it's most likely you're going to have to win in a shootout. And we want a shootout today. I don't know if you can win a shootout every week, but I mean, you're not going to be also playing against Joe Burrow every week either. I mean, Joe Burrow is as tough as nails. Jamar Chase was due for his breakout game. And we talked about that before the game. Like before the game, this is why me and Mual, I think, predicted the Bengals to win, because this was a desperate team. We talked about needing to bring that intensity. And Washington brought that on the offensive end all night. We brought a gun to the fight this time. We didn't bring a knife. We brought guns to the fight. I mean, again, I'm proud of the team, man. Excited for what's going to happen next week with Arizona. Obviously, Cliff knows Kyler. I wonder if he's going to give Joe Witt some pointers maybe for the defense to see if they could do certain things and give Kyler some looks that he could struggle with. But again, man, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better night.
I know, quick thing. I know we got another show tomorrow, but it's something that I was telling you guys I asked you guys in the chat earlier, and it's already week 3 of the season, right? Jayden Daniels is the best player on the Washington Commanders.
Yeah. Hey, and look at Al2 messing with our accent, Maul. Who is Joe Barrow? The British, the Brit.
Yeah, man.
Joe Barrow.
Joe Barrow. Man, look, first off, I think that's what you wanted, though. You didn't. First off, when you got Chase Young on this team, I'm not doing a flashback. I'm just saying, when you draft somebody that high, when you put Chase Young on this team, you was hoping he was the best player on your roster. You get somebody that high in Jaden Daniels, bro. Obviously different position, clear as cut. No, like obvious, but he's the best player on your roster. But not only did it take him, or not only is that evident now, but it didn't take him like a long time to show it. Like he's showing you flashes now that he can be an elite quarterback, right? But he's also showing you that he is capable of winning. You're capable of winning with him right now in this very moment. Like he's flash, but he's also won you games. Tonight against the Cincinnati Bengals, he won you the game. In the week against the Giants, that last drive, it was tied up. That's a game-winning drive. He won you the game. And I think those are things where it's like you don't have to wait that long to figure this out with certain players. And thankfully, at number 2 overall with Washington, they chose Jaden Daniels, right? I see you, Tia, in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But they chose Jaden Daniels. I think those are one of the things where it's like seeing that and being evident right now. The only thing that they need to do at this point, I'm not even going to sit here and have no PTSD from former regimes, right? I'm just saying just continue to build off this. It's not about don't fuck it up. I'm not thinking pessimistic. I think that's the right word. I'm not thinking that way about this team. I'm saying just continue to build off this week by week, because there are going to be some games where he doesn't look good and his offense don't look good. But at the same time, I'm here for every single moment that they learn. And Jaden has shown to this point that he's capable of building and making progress each and every week. So what does that look like moving forward in terms of like an elite status? I don't know. But I love what I see. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now, and I can work with some of the bad that he has, because the good and the great is exciting to watch right now.
And can I talk about that last drive? I mean, I actually forgot to mention with that last drive, what was so impressive about it, outside of obviously going down and scoring a touchdown. That last drive was the first drive they had penalties all game. And it was 2 penalties that should have stifled that offense on that last drive. I mean, I think they had a 2nd and 21 at one point because they had the false start and then Jaden got sacked. And this is a critical moment in the game because you have to score. Because I think if you don't score there, you're losing that game. Bengals are going to go down and they're going to score. They're going to get the touchdown. Game over. But we had 2 detrimental penalties on that drive, and Jaden didn't flinch not one time, and they were able to get the first downs they needed and continue to drive and end up scoring. I mean, that was just amazing, man.
Nah, it really was, bro. Like that's the poise that AJ mentioned early on, and that everybody else is mentioning. I didn't know, and maybe we missed the clip, the part of the interview where Terry in the locker room, and he said that he actually went to Cliff and told him to call that play, to call the go route that led to his touchdown. I'm not going to play the whole 57 seconds or anything, but that's what he mentioned as well, that he went to Cliff and told him to run that route, and Jaden delivered. So that's that. Fellas, we on tomorrow. Kevin Sheen is going to join us, so we'll chop it up with Kevin. Hopefully we can watch some sort of film back if we got enough time. If any of us got enough time, I know this turnaround ain't gonna be good for your boy. So we may get one film session this week. But we want to try and knock it out regardless. But yeah, Kevin Sheehan's gonna join us tomorrow. We'll chop it up with Kevin. And have a conversation about the boys in that game tomorrow. I mean, yesterday. Oh, it's not midnight yet. Nah, I thought it was midnight. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for us. Fellas, man, enjoy the rest of y'all night. Dre, man, you got work tomorrow, bro. Don't be up till 4 o'clock watching Commanders videos on YouTube.
Telework tomorrow, so I can watch it all night.
All right, hey, appreciate it. Everybody who joined, man. Make sure I hit that like button. Make sure I hit the subscribe button. Same thing on the audio side. If you all are new, hit that follow button. Rating and review as well. It's always appreciated. Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all joining. I know everybody geeked up, man. But yeah, y'all enjoy y'all night. Watch some more Commander stuff, I guess, if you teleworking like your boy Dre. I'm teleworking too. I'm out of here. Peace.